Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. As we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news the relief rally following the US-China trade de-escalation continues, for equities at least. But worries continue about recession and inflation. Investors want higher risk premiums, and it seems China is in no hurry to resume buying from US sources. But first up today, the overnight dairy pulse auction delivered similar but slightly lower results for both skim milk powder and whole milk powder that were achieved at last week's full auction, basically confirming the recent shifts, especially the upshift for whole milk powder. And the April US CPI inflation rate came in at 2.3%, a touch lower than the 2.4% expected, which was applied for March. That was largely due to fuel costs falling more sharply, down 11.8%. US household debt data updates were a mixed bag. Total household debt rose $167 billion from the prior quarter to a record high of $18.2 trillion in the first quarter of 2025. Delinquency rates, however, rose from the previous quarter, with 4.3% of outstanding debt now in some stage of delinquency there. And US importers of Chinese goods still face much higher costs. The net position after the tempest and pullback is worse for inflation and negative for trade. Struggle is all ahead for global trade. In India, CPI inflation fell to 3.2% in April, and that's its lowest rate since before the pandemic. Food prices are up only 1.8% within that. The current overall inflation rate is now well below their central bank's 4% midpoint target. If it stays there, a rate cut in India may be on the cards. And consumer sentiment in Australia has stayed weak in March, according to the widely watched Westpac Melbourne Institute survey. And we should probably note that good weather and favourable growing conditions in almost all regions of the world has boosted wheat production and is pushing down prices. They are now back to levels they first achieved 10 years ago and are almost 60% lower than their peak in 2022. For similar reasons, corn prices are falling now too. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 4.50%, up 4 basis points so far today. And the price of gold will start today at $3,243 an ounce, up $20 from yesterday. And oil prices are up $1.50 at just over $63.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is just over $66.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is now at 59.4 US cents, up 90 basis points from yesterday at this time. Against the Aussie, though, we're down 50 basis points at 91.7 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're up 30 basis points at 53.1 euro cents. That all means our trade weight index starts today at just under 67.9 and up a net 50 basis points from yesterday. You can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.